Chapter 11. The torture continues. There appears to have been substantial degradation of the deoxyribonucleic acids. I was alone. Muscles quivered from the intense exercise, and I gasped like a caught fish. Everything was white. Floor, ceiling, no walls, and no backdrop. Not even the outlines of hex tiles, just white, like the inside of an oddly well-lit egg. Then Kobal's voice called from somewhere in front of me. "Following exercise," she barked, as the white switched rapidly through several landscapes, none identifiable, "is bala." The view settled on a marshy-looking area. Once again, the plants looked disturbingly strange, this time with incredibly wide, flat leaves colored a blue so dark they were nearly black. They grew in thick clumps, leaning over the water, some spread over the surface like lily pads. Subject's speed and dexterity is evaluated by frequency and accuracy. She destroys targets with spheres. Exercise continues until target reaches line. Evaluators may repeat exercise until satisfied of subject's abilities. Subjects permitted trained prior of this full testing event. Should subject become injured during exercise, she will immediately receive medical attention and permitted retrain as soon as she are capable. Should subject fail of complete exercise again for any reason, she will delete it immediately. The testers do take disciplinary measures and or arrest subjects at discretion, but do not interfere in any manner while subjects throwing. Are having any questions now? Do subjects understand what requires of hers now? I definitely did not understand what was required of me. I saw no balls or targets, only those strange broadleaf plants, piles of knotted moss stuff, and tall bendy sticks jutting out of the water. I stood on an island, the size and shape exactly the same as the air trainer grate. I could only see so far into a sheer fog. "Get ball by striking hands. Begin now." I clapped my gloved hands together, and they were pushed apart by a glowing white orb appearing between them. It was about the size of a softball, with a squishy surface, but weightless. How? What? "Begin, meatball. Is targets now. She throws like a bishop now. Go, go, go!" I didn't see it at first, but it was off to my right. A dark hump, mostly submerged but moving toward me. The water parted in a V. Then it hit one of those mossy islands and scared me so bad I literally dropped the ball. It was a giant crab thing with too many skittering legs and ginormous hooked arms and nasty wiggly mouth parts. I am ashamed of what happened next, but it is the truth. I ran. Or rather, I tried to run. The moment my feet hit the water, the text "over" and "0" flashed huge and accusing over my vision, and I was kicked out of the program. No words can describe the rage this brought to the hairy overseers. The hits they dished out made anything they'd done before feel like love taps, and the barking was non-stop for a solid 5 minutes. I was among the first to fail, but soon most of us were down in Kroko, working furiously and hoping the trainers wouldn't kick us in the ribs as they passed by. They worked us until most of us couldn't push up anymore, but they didn't let us off. They changed the torture to other positions, other movements, targeting our core, our shoulders, our quads and calves. Hovering Avarian, leaping Pantheris, Dying Myrminki. They pushed us all the way to full-body muscle failure, where no one could possibly squeak out one more lift or keep their arms up or even stand up straight. And they still barked orders at us. I had to keep at least twitching in the right direction, or all hell came down on me and they beat me until I did twitch. It lasted forever. Then it kept going. And then, finally, when I and every last one of us was trembling from exhaustion and starvation and despair, Kobal ordered us to relax. They gave us maybe 30 seconds to stand there, sweating and swaying and gasping for air. Then they stretched us out, still barking and cuffing us on the head, but at least now the movements felt good. Then, to my great relief, they hustled us off to the cafeteria. We ran, or really stumbled, but we knew it was for food because they kept yelling about food and I needed food. All the tiles lit, our hovering balls trailing like a cloud over us. I could definitely feel the difference between real running and virtual now. "Take cup, fill, move out of way," Cobal yelled once we got into the cafeteria. "No talking, no lounging, no lazing. Have more to do to this day." It was the white glob again, but I was starving, so this time I didn't care. I tipped that cup back and forced it down, gritting my teeth to hold it in while my mouth and my stomach fought me on the issue, and the trainers kept up their ceaseless harangue. "Eat her food! Eat it all! Eat it now! Eat every last drop! She need it. She looks starvation victim. Gresson never knows subjects as skinny, boniest group ever. She's so weak when she mates she lies on back and requires male do all the work. Hey, 14, maybe food will help her grow legs. Her mother give her no love. Hurry, she wasting time. So good. Love that tasty selection slop. Extra nutritions and sits pleasant in belly. Don't even have need chew. Why she stop? Eat her food. She wish she did later." Despite the total absence of flavor and the verbal abuse, this was the best part of the day by far, and we all did our part to make it last as long as possible. Unfortunately, like they said, there wasn't a lot to the meal. Long before we were ready, we were back in the halls, jogging to the same evil room.